I was still in black the day she said it. Her little boy's cheeks were smeared with blue frosting, glasses clinked around us, and laughter buzzed through the room. Then she tapped her spoon against a champagne glass, looked at me like we were about to share some secret, and declared loudly enough for everyone to hear. My son is your husband's child. So, as inheritance, I'll be taking half of your $800,000 house. She even lifted a copy of his old will like a magician showing the final card. I dug my nails into my palm. Not to stop tears, those had dried long ago, but to keep from laughing at how little she knew. I'd met my husband, Daniel, when I was 23. He wasn't flashy, but polished, steady, shoes always shined, eyes that felt warm when they rested on you, the kind of man who seemed to really listen. My sister, Clara, adored him. She said we were perfect together. I believed her. She was my other half, my confidant. For 12 years, I thought I had both, a loyal sister and a faithful husband. That was my first mistake, thinking those two could ever coexist. The first crack showed last summer. Daniel started working late more often. At first, I didn't think much of it. But soon I noticed the way he angled his phone away during dinner, and the way Clara avoided my gaze when she visited. Then one afternoon, I spotted his cufflinks on the carpet of Clara's guest room. She claimed she borrowed them for a costume party and forgot to return them. I smiled, told her it was fine. Inside, something cold settled in me. I didn't confront either of them. Instead, I started watching, listening, collecting. Daniel had a hidden email account. Clara's name filled subject lines. Hotel receipts sat in the trash folder. I printed everything, dated everything. No screaming, no tears, just a careful record. 3 weeks before his accident, I met with Daniel's lawyer. I told him Daniel and I wanted to update our will. I insisted the house be placed solely in my name, no joint ownership, no split if one of us died. Daniel didn't even read it. He trusted me with paperwork. He signed. The document Clara flashed today was already 6 months obsolete. When the police told me Daniel died instantly in the highway crash, I nodded, thanked them, and arranged everything. At the funeral, Clara hugged me and whispered, "I'm here for you." I wondered if she could feel how steady my heartbeat was against hers, unbroken, almost eager. When she invited me to her son's first birthday party, I went dressed in black. I wanted to see her face when the trap snapped shut. So here we were, her announcement still echoing, the room stunned. I stepped forward, my voice calm but carrying. "Oh, I see. That's surprising." She smirked, thinking I was cornered. "I'll contact the lawyer Monday," she said, patting my arm. "That won't be necessary," I replied, reaching into my purse. I pulled out one sheet of paper, the real will, notarized, airtight. "This is the only document that matters." Her smile cracked. I placed it on the cake table, its edge slicing through crumbs and icing. Daniel left everything to me. The house. The accounts. Even the car she liked to borrow. When she reached for it, I set my hand down firmly. "Careful. Smudge this, and you'll need to pay for another copy. And from what I hear, raising a child alone isn't cheap." A sharp intake of breath rippled through the guests. Clara opened her mouth, but I spoke over her, my tone almost kind. "And one more thing. Be cautious making public claims about your son's father. Accusing the dead of scandal can land you in court. I still have every message you sent Daniel. Proof of everything." Her complexion drained. I leaned closer, voice for her alone. "If you push me, Clara, I'll take you to court for alienation of affection. And I will strip you of everything, including him." No one would meet her eyes after that. The party stumbled along for another 20 minutes before people slipped out in clusters. Clara didn't say goodbye. I drove home in silence. My black dress uncreased, my lipstick untouched. At the kitchen table Daniel and I once shared, I poured myself a glass of wine. I waited for grief, for fury, for anything, but instead, I felt clean. Revenge isn't noise. It's not shouting or smashing plates. It's paperwork. It's silence. It's letting someone believe they've won right until they step into the noose you've been weaving all along. Clara will cling to that outdated will I handed her, read it over and over, wondering how she miscalculated. And when she lies awake at night, she'll hear my voice, calm, reminding her she could lose her child if she dares to cross me again. People think betrayal is the worst pain. It's not. The real wound comes from realizing how easy it is for someone you love to assume you're blind. The sweetest part is proving you never were. Daniel is gone. Clara is silent. The house is mine. And each time I walk through its rooms, I almost hear him asking playfully, "What's on your mind?" I'd smile, pour another glass, and tell him the truth. I'm remembering the day your mistress tried to steal half my house, and left with nothing.